Hey friends, this is Life Coach Rich. I've got a great quote for you. This can relate to coaching. This can relate to children in your family. It can relate to friends around you. It can relate to at work environment. Really, this can relate to anybody. In relationships. It's one of my favorite quotes. It's so good. There's different quotes that I'll do, and so this one is one that's from Dale Carnegie. He was a writer, wrote How to Win Friends. One of his most famous books is How to Win Friends and Influence People. That Dale Carnegie, and so one of the things that quotes that he said was, "Abilities wither under criticism, but they blossom under encouragement." Man, that is so good. I've done a lot of things to fail that quote. And you kind of sometimes have to think about, where you came from and, how people treated you whenever you're growing up, specifically your parents. And so if you came up in a critical environment, then you're gonna either, model towards that or model away from it. You're gonna be similar or different. Sort of similar or opposite from what you were raised at. So you really have to think about your family of origin and how those patterns that you experienced for years, how those will affect how you treat people and how you treat kids. And if you're coaching or your own kids, if you're when you're parenting and stuff, how you interact with people around you, people your own age, people older than you, different things um, that different things that we can learn from. On that quote there, again, that is just one of my favorite quotes. There's going to be some have it do a little quote series. This is the first one in that little famous quote series. But this is it's if we can try to have that in mind, we want to try to foster the abilities to flourish, the abilities, especially in kids, but this could even be in a work environment. When you have a work environment that's very critical and just somebody's, yeah, hey, Murphy, how come you can't get this right, man? You're always getting this stuff wrong. You're such a loser. If we have that kind of some kind of a work environment like that, it's pretty difficult for our abilities to flourish. They start to wither, like that quote talks about. But in encouragement, any encouragement that you can see, any improvement that you can see, if you can encourage that, then that would be great. That would try to foster further flourishing and further improvement because you're praising that particular, you're encouraging those things that you saw improvement on. So again, that's just one of my favorite quotes. I wanted to pass that along to you. If we can try to implement that in our lives, and I would challenge you for the next week, maybe 2 weeks, or a month. It just depends on how long you want to challenge yourself on that. If you could think before you speak and kind of filter it through this lens of that quote, um, for the next week, how can you try to help people's abilities flourish instead of wither? You're not criticizing them. You're going to see them flourish because you're actually looking for opportunities to encourage them. Really, really, really try to have this quote. You can put it on a post-it note carried around with you. You can put it on an index card. You can put the post-it note on your phone. You can put that on your screen of your phone, so your lock screen. You can type that. You can write it out, take a picture of it, and put it on your lock screen. So that that's ever present with you, and that would challenge you to really think about the words that you say and how they're going to affect the other person. Or are they going to wither, or are they going to be encouraged and start to flourish because of how you interacted with them? I've made a lot of mistakes in that area, and I've tried to do better. I really love that quote, and that's one of the quotes I try to keep ever present in my mind when I'm dealing with people. And how is this going to how is this going to be received? And that's been helpful for me. I know we need to keep improving together. Hopefully that was helpful for you as well. This Life Coach Rich. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.